Get it together, bitch. 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 Get it.
Welcome back to the Winston-Salem Fairgrounds Arena for tonight's second game here in this first round of the playoffs. This game is going to be between the Winston-Salem Whalers and the Polar Bears. Coming into tonight, the Whalers finished the regular season with an overall record of 4 wins and 5 losses. That would put them in a tie for third place, happening with 8 points. Right behind them, that is the Polar Bears, who they'll be playing here tonight in this opening round playoff format. It's 3-6 overall for the Polar Bears. That gives them 6 points in 5th place here in this first lower league. Just under a minute to go here in warm-ups, and it'll get set for the opening puck drop, that is. As we have a little bit of time here, I'm going to take a quick look at some of the scoring leaders through the regular season. First for the Whalers, that's going to be the team in blue, skating right to left here in this first period. Spencer Claus led the way with 15 points, 10 goals, 5 assists. And right behind him would be Ryan Ray, had 10 goals, 3 assists for 13 points. Behind them would be a tie for third with 6 points between Ethan Karp and Ben Hauser. Karp with 4 goals, 2 assists, and Hauser 2 goals, 4 assists on the season. For the Polar Bears, it's been a lot more spread out. League lead is 8 points. That's a tie between 2. Gus Anderson has 5 goals, 3 assists. Wells, 4 goals, and 4 assists. The goal leader for the Polar Bears is Adam. Apologies there. Misreading that as Adam Little has 1 goal and 6 assists for 7 points, that is. Adam Little, in the regular season, was tied for the most amount of assists. That being with 6, tied with myself. That being with the Firestorm. We both ended up with 6 assists on the season. As for the goal leaders, it's the 2 top half, 10 goals between Ray and Claus. The 2 netminders here tonight is Jack Dodd of the Whalers, 39 goals against for a 4.33 goal against average. And as for the Polar Bears, it's Nick Rowe, 35 goals against for a 3.89 goal against average. 20 minutes up here on the board as we're just about ready for this opening face-off here in this first round of the playoffs. It's going to be the 2 top lines out from both sides respectively. It's going to be Mallory Myers and the rest here for the Polar Bears. What a short bench they have here. 8 total skaters, 9 including the netminder. As for the Whalers, they have a full bench. Leading things off here for them is Charles Schmidt. That's going to be going up against Mallory Myers as a puck's dropped, and we're underway here. Wells is able to get around Takara. Wells has 4 goals on the season, looking for 5 here early on. Tries to get a drop feed over for Myers. It was open in the slot for a split second as it's worked the other way from Takara. McGovern able to work it right back the other way, trying to dump it in from the center red line. The Whalers are able to pick that off and throw it right back in the other way, negating the icing. As it's thrown down low, nearly had a chance there from Hauser. Hall not able to hold it in on the blue line. As McCumber rings it up the far side boards, trying to get it over for Derek Wells. Instead, it finds its way over to Vale. Vale has 1 goal on the season. So far, that's been his only point. As here in the playoffs, it doesn't matter what happened in the regular season. Any goal is important. Wells behind the net, holding. Nearly got it pickpocketed from Takara as it's worked back the other way. Wells with it. Takes it up high from the center red line. As for the Polar Bears, they were short-staffed here 2 weeks in a row. Shot blocked out in front from Hall. If that didn't go off for a stake, that was surely going in the back of the net behind Jack Dodd. Gonna star that play right there, keeping that one out of the back of the net. Down low for Hauser, able to keep it in for a second as Wells able to strip the puck away, and he'll take it down low. And on sides, it's a 4-on-3. Hall pressuring. Dropped it back for Little. From the left circle, Little fires one on. Pad save by Dodd. To the far side corner, Little trying to get it back out to the point. This will be picked up by the men in blue. Takara working it forward. Nearly in the skates of Charles Schmidt. Morgan working it down low alongside Fair and rolls Morgan away with it. Try to get the centering feed as it's going to be picked up by Claus. Went right through the feet there of Hauser as it's worked back the other way. Going to be in a foot race now between Claus and Wells. Wells tried to fire it up to the far side for Kuhn. As it's going to be picked up by 33 of Josh Claus. From the high side, drops it back for the other Claus. Ray trying to keep it in. Josh Claus hit the deck here on this near side circle. Spencer Claus backhanded feed in the slot. Puck still loose. Able to work it out was Derek Wells as he'll take it up high. We've said his name a lot so far here in the first 2.5 minutes. And with the short bench, we'll hear it quite a bit. Wells trying to get the drop feed there at the blue line. Just played it in off sides. So get a neutral zone face-off here. 17:20 to go in the first. And a new man that hit the bench for the Whalers is Terry Semenchkin. With 17 on the clock. That's going to be rung up the far side for Spencer Claus. Has Josh Claus leading the way. Hitting the blue line. Has one man to beat. It's McCumber. Try to get a drop feed. Here's Ryan Ray. Shot! Save, rebound. Comes right back out for Ray in the slot. Trying to poke it home with Spencer Claus. That's for Ray, who's looking for his team leading 11th goal of the season. Alongside that was Spencer Claus. The Trollio nearly able to glove it down. Said it's going to find its way up to center ice for number 6, a Carp. Dropping it back for his defensive partner of Ryan Ray. He has 13 points on the season, 3 assists, 10 goals. Shipping it forward for Spencer Claus, now up for Carp. As they hit the blue line, Carp just pinched off, trying to get it away from Zach Kuhn. not able to escape danger as it's fired in from Ray. Now Larry Myers able to hold possession for a second as the Troleo trying to work it out. Puck still in the attacking zone here for the Whalers. As the Troleo is able to work it out to the neutral zone. As the Polar Bears will head off for a line change on the icing. Myers heads off, and that will bring out, I believe that would be Nate Morgan. As for Morgan, he has 1 goal on the season. Still tied up at 0 here in this first period, 15:40 to go. Back in game number 1, a very similar story here in this opening round of the playoffs. Here's a chance for Morgan. Block shot out in front from Will Cohen. What a block there from the rookie. Down low off the skate of Cohen as Morgan was able to work it forward for Fairgrounds. Back on the far side, Morgan nearly had the chances. Hamilton, the captain, nearly had a breakaway. Would have only had to beat 88 of McCumber. Vale will pick up the change behind his own net. Surveying his options, still holding it as he hits the hash marks. Try to drop it down low for Cohen. Not expecting it on the near side as it's dropped back for Vale. From the blue line, they have numbers, has 1 man to beat. Shot just got sent wide. Wells in the netminder of Road never saw it. Down low to the corner goes Wells back after it. Derek Wells going to be playing in this upper league as well. Draft is still underway, so unsure of whose team who is going to be on yet. Handful of people going up in that upper league between Derek Wells, myself, and a handful of others. As it's back down low from McGovern. Centering feed. McGovern gets the goal. That's his 2nd goal of the season. First one here in the playoffs. Try to just throw this one right out in front of the net. Got a piece of Jack Dodd, and it just bounced right off his glove and found its way in the back of the net. Polar Bears take an early 1-0 lead off the odd shot selection there from McGovern. Puck's dropped here, able to win it back as Schmidt. Hall back out to the neutral zone. It goes for Schmidt. As they hit the blue line down low to Troleo chasing alongside Wells. Wells picking it up, able to get it around Hall. As this run down low to the point, the Troleo out for Myers, trying to get it around Savannah Hall. Have 3 girls battling at it down this near side half boards. Myers with a long shot, misses wide. Not able to hold it in at the point was between Little and Zach Kuhn. As I was mentioning earlier, Adam Little has 6 assists on the season. That ties him for the most in the regular season. Nearly able to keep it in at the point was Hall. As it's worked its way back out to the neutral zone. Here comes Myers. Troleo down low has Wales trailing. Myers fires one off the side of the net. Hitting the bottom post as Myers try to get a centering feed as it's in a battle with Carp. Carp's going to take it behind the net. Now it's over for Little. Has Troleo waiting on the back door alongside Myers. To the point, McCumber able to hold it in. Takara pressuring. Back down low in the corner, it goes for Little. Trying to ring it down low to the near side point. Wells able to hold on to it just barely as he'll chip it forward to himself. Myers backhanded feed in the slot. Gets sticked aside from Carp. McCumber able to hold it in. Will dump it in deep. A lot of offensive zone time that is from the Polar Bear so far. Now able to work it out. It's Carp. Having some speed. Myers applying the back check. Able to get around McCumber. Now time to get around Will. Shot! Save by Rowe. We'll freeze this one. 11:58 to go here in this first period. Face-off coming here for Ryan Ray going up against Nate Morgan as a puck's dropped. Ray able to get it out to the point. Hawk winds up, fires, tipped, saved by Nick Rowe. Keeps it a 1-0 game in favor of the Polar Bears once again, thanks to the one playoff goal so far here from the Polar Bears, going to Mac McGovern, wearing number 15. Another face-off win here from Ray. Hawk shot, just got a piece of it, was Rowe, as it took a deflection down low to the corner. Semenchkin not able to hold it in at the point, as that's going to be down length of the ice it goes. Semenchkin able to win the foot race. Had Morgan coming down low. Fairgrounds nearly got the turnover, as here comes Ray, 3-on-2. Try to get a centering feed, has a chance. Claus backhanded shot. Rowe got a piece of it. Centering feed, shot, scores! 33 of Josh Claus gets his first goal of the playoffs. And just like that, the Whalers tie it up. It's 1 apiece. 10:30 to go here in the first period. Josh Claus able to get his first goal this postseason. What a big goal there. Gets the goose egg off the board. We're at the halfway point of this first period, and we have ourselves a game. What a face-off win it was from Ryan Ray, able to get an offensive zone time in order to give Hawk a chance to get that initial shot off. Centering feed has a chance, covered up by Rowe. Spencer Claus was right there waiting on the back door alongside Josh Claus, the most recent goal scorer. Both of the goals so far have not been clean shots. One coming from the back, from behind the goal line, that is, being played off of Jack Dodd's glove. And the other one taking a redirection out in front. Nearly a chance there for Josh Claus again, as Ryan Ray fires one on, scores! Just able to go underneath of Nick Rowe, as Ryan Ray gets his 11th goal of the season. Once again, this one being his first one of the playoffs. Whalers take a 2-1 lead here in the first period. This appears to be a double elimination style format. If not, there's going to be a consolation game. At least that's going to be on this Thursday. Unsure of what time yet. Going to hopefully soon to find that out for you at some point here tonight. I know one of those two teams that will be competing in that Thursday night game, that's going to be the Zomponis. Lost in game number 1. Final score being, it was a 1-goal game. Trying to remember what the score was in that one. That was a 4-3 final, as a Firestorm got their 3rd win of the season. Something to be very accomplished with there, as Myers had a shot right off the draw and nearly sent that under the left pad of Jack Dodd. Up high for Adam Little. Goes off the foot of a ref. Right there in the slot. Puck still loose as to... Apologies there, as that was Will Hall, that is. Indeed so. Throwing a shoulder on Adam Little. Here comes Hall. Had it pushed across Myers, but not able to get a shot off against Wells. Is Vail just able to hold on to the puck in the neutral zone. Cross-ice feed goes in the feet of Cohen. Is he able to hold on to it? Just barely able to work it forward, and here comes Hamilton. Tosses it up on the far side, right back for Hamilton, shoots! Backhanded shot, back door, was he able to fire it home? What a save by Rowe. Gary Kurth looking to get his 5th goal of the season. Gets negated there from Rowe. Hamilton tried going over to Kurth. Kurth gave it right back to Hamilton. His shot was saved by Rowe. Had Kurth waiting on the back door, but not able to poke this one home. As we'll have an offensive zone faceoff here for the Whalers. But the Polar Bears were able to work it out as Derek Wells, from the blue line, having to get around Vail. Stick to side, coming down low. Cohen trying to get it out of danger. Fairgrounds keeps it in. Behind the back of the net it goes. Adam Little will ring it down low. Fairgrounds drops it back to McCumber. Blocked out in front from Hamilton. Another shot tipped on the far side. Little not able to get the redirection going the way he wanted. Wells able to get around Kurth. Nearly loses it. Fires a shot on block. Sent wide. Goes off the left glove of Savannah Hall. But able to keep that off the netminder of Jack Dodd. Vale has it through center ice, being pressured by Myers. Vale from the goal line, still with it. Loses it. As Myers will ring it down low, going down length of the ice. Will not be ice and can be picked up by Savannah Hall. Spinning around, works it up forward for Cohen. From the center right line, he'll dump it in deep. Can be picked up by McCumber. Intercepted. Here comes Carp. Gets around Fairgrounds. Hits the blue line. 2-on-2. Carp fires one on. Goes off the left iron and stays out. Carp looking for his 5th goal of the season. Schmidt able to keep it in. Trying to drop it back deep and picked up by McCumber. Cross ice feed. Gets it in his feet and here comes McGovern. Drops it. Here comes Morgan as he hits the blue line trying to get around Carp. Taking it down low. Sharp ankle shot. Goes off a body in front. Trying to clear it out. Here's McGovern. Chipped out from Seminchkin. Wells from the left circles. Fires. Tipped. Glove down by Dodd. A bouncing puck out in front will stay out of the back of the net. Dodd so far has seen 6 shots. 7 that is now. Has given up 1. As for Rowe, he's seen 12. He's given up. Apologies there. Reading it incorrectly. The Whalers have 12 shots. Rose stopped 11. Apologies there. Here comes Schmidt out the other way. Math isn't my major. Not going to worry about it then. Hitting the blue line. Schmidt trying to chip it forward. Takar able to keep it in. Deeks around to Wells. As Wells fires his man down to the ice. It's Schmidt. As here comes Detrolio for the Polar Bears going left to right. Trying to chip it up forward for Morgan. And Scarpa will ring it right back out into center ice. Hauser takes a tumble here at the blue line. Slips on a blue banana. Drops it down low for Hauser. Has some real estate working it for it. Has plenty of time now as he hits the blue line. Taking it up high. Fires one on. Got sent wide. Kuhn's going to be the first one to it. Chipping it behind the back of the net. Kuhn with his own rebound. There's the trolley down low. Kuhn and Myers. Those are the 3 moving up for the Polar Bears. Try to get a centering feed. Up high. Myers trying to drop it back down low for Wells. Intercepts it. Here comes Wells from the left circle. Still holding, dropping it back. Wells will fire a backhanded tip all the way down length of the ice. Hawk trying to keep it in. Fires a Trolio down to the ice. And back out to the neutral zone it goes. Kuhn waiting for his reinforcements to touch back in on sides. And they're good. 3:12 to go here in this first period. As a car is going to work it forward. Ringing it in from the blue line, going behind the net of Rowe. Kuhn's going to be the first one to it. Friendly man here behind the net of Rowe. As there's 2 blue jerseys going at it alongside with Kuhn. Schmidt able to win it. Trying to get a centering feed over for Takara. He has 1 goal this season so far. Coming about halfway through. Vale being pressured by Wells. Nearly got a turnover in front of the net. Up high, Takara nearly got a piece of it. As here comes Hawk trying to battle around the puck of Myers. Now it's Ryan Ray going up against her. Hawk able to take it away. Has Ray working it forward. Just out of his reach. Wells able to take the puck away. Claus working it down deep behind the net. It goes for Ray. He'll pick up the change in the near side corner. Backhanding it behind the back of the net. It's out for Claus. Centering it. Claus still holding. Not able to get a shot off as he was looking for a 2nd goal here in the postseason. Wells up on the far side of Little. Gonna touch it up off sides. Just under 2 minutes to go here in this first period. 1:48 to go here in the first. Puck's dropped here, able to win it back was Ray. First one to it's going to be Savannah Hall. She'll take it in front of her own net, has Claus down low. Ray in front, Spencer Claus calling for it. Got the centering feed, 1 touch it over for Claus, hitting the blue line. Has it forward, looking for goal number 2 of the season. Drop feed. Here's a chance for Hall. Shot saved by Rowe as Hall was looking for her first goal of this season. What a chance there from Savannah. Was able to lift it, but just not high enough. Morgan able to win this draw puck, but apologies there, but the Whalers able to intercept the feed as that's made clear down length of the ice. Has a chance to go on net. Coming out of the net to play it is Dodd. Up on the far side for Claus. He'll take it behind his own net with 35 seconds to go. Spencer working it forward for Ryan. Ray hits the blue line, gets around his man. Here's a chance. Ryan Ray in all alone. Backhanded shot. Scores! Ray with his second goal of the playoffs. 12th goal of the season. Here are 20 seconds to go here in the period. Gives the Whalers a 3-1 lead through 1. Already on hat trick watch. Here in the first period is Ray. With 3, 2, 1. We'll get the puck stoppage. But that will do it. Here for the first period. Going to take a quick 1-minute break. And we'll get set here for the start of period number 2.
Get it together, bitch.
Welcome back here for the start of period number 2. 20 minutes up on the board. The Whalers with a 3-1 lead here in the opening round of the playoffs. The 3 goals so far goes to Ryan Ray and Josh Claus. Ray with 2. Semenchkin has it back deep for the Whalers. Forward for Claus has Ray to his right. Centering feed for Josh Claus has 1 goal so far here in the playoffs. Claus holding. Centering feed on the far side, trying to get it over for Spencer. Instead, it found its way for Vale. Tip just got sent wide as it's down low for Wells. Taking around Claus, still deep in their own defensive zone. Working it forward for Detrolio. Trying to get a centering feed over for Myers. Instead, it finds Semenchkin as it's down low for Claus. Has Spencer Claus up high. Got it. In stride. Trying to cut in front of the net. Instead, stopping up at the goal line. As Claus chasing down low. Vale with a shot. Ends up whiffing on most of the puck. So that's me chipped down low for the captain. Apologies there as Hamilton will not pick up the change. It'll be left down low for Vale. Forward checked by Myers. Got a piece of her pad as here comes Hamilton. Chips it forward, trying to get it past Wells. Wells able to win the puck battle as it's found its way behind the back of the net. Fair and Rolt's able to chip it out. Vale will throw it right back in. Delayed offsides, able to retouch up. Onsides are the Whalers. Once again, having to remember that one play back in the first period early on from Savannah Hall, getting a stick on a puck that would have clearly beat Jack Dodd. Bounced out and stayed out. Semenchkin not able to hold on to the puck as that's going to go down with the ice for an icing. Automatic icing here in PHA, even in the playoffs. So that's going to go back down to our right to the offensive zone here for the Whalers. Once again, 4-5 overall, tied for 3rd in the division. Behind them are the Polar Bears, 3-6 in 5th place. 17:50 to go here in the seconds. Here comes Mallory Myers. Being back checked by Hamilton, nearly able to get the stick lift. As Hauser able to work it forward, pinches Myers off into the boards as here comes Hamilton, hitting the blue line. Shot just sent wide. Netminder very far out of his crease, has a chance on the back door. Are they able to get it there? Puck was loose in a couple of skates, finds Hawk. Down low, here comes Karp skating in from the right circle. Shot goes off a body out in front. I believe it got a piece of Zach Kuhn. Well, it's nearly over, skates it in the corner, so he'll take it back behind his own net. Up forward for Fairgrounds, not able to get a stick on it as it will find Tim Hawk. Pat hanging on the far side, keeps it in onside as Josh Claus fires one on. Stick to side was Rowe. Kuhn behind the net, rings it down low, trying to get it over for Little. No stick on it, will go down link to the ice for an icing. 16:45 to go here in the period. Whalers still with a 3-1 lead here in this second period. Josh Claus got goal number 1 of the night for the Whalers. Ryan Reyes got the last 2. The 1 goal so far for the Polar Bears was from Mac McGovern, getting his 2nd goal of the season. Threw in from behind the net. As for Dodd, he was trying to cover the puck, put his glove down just a tad too early, and ended up bouncing right off the back end of it and back into the net it went. Through the neutral zone, Morgan nearly got a piece of it as Vale sent it right back the other way. Kuhn the first one to it, down deep at his own goal line. Saucers it forward, trying to get it over for Adam Little. Here's a chance for Little. Little looking for goal number 2 of the season. Fires one on, scores! From the top of the right circle. Left circle, that is. Goes right over the shoulder of Dodd as Adam Little gets his 2nd goal of the season. What a shot placement there from Little. And just like that, we have ourselves a 1-goal game here once again. When we thought the Whalers were starting to run away with it, the Polar Bears are not giving up as they have puck possession here. It's McGovern, one of the 2 goal scorers so far, fires one, just got sent wide. Had a chance to beat Dodd to his right side. Petrolio able to get around Vale, working it forward. Vale pinches it off. 3-on-2. Goes off the body of 1. Tries to go right back up top for Hauser. Played off sides. We'll have a whistle here. 14:50 to go in the second period. Ryan Ray going up against Nate Morgan. Tied up for a second. Ray able to get it back. The alternate captain hitting the blue line's Karp. Up high. Coming in front. Shoulder save. Rebound goes behind the net. Here's a chance for Claus. Looking for goal number 11. Fires a backhanded pass over. Puck's loose. Scores! Either Karp or 33 of Claus. I believe that was Claus. What a turn of events. Indeed so, that was Claus, as well as he gets his 2nd goal of the playoffs. Increases the lead 4-2. Here comes Spencer Claus down low, Ray centering. Spencer, shot! Saved out in front off the pad of Rowe. So coming into the season, Rowe had given up 35 goals against for a .389 goal against average. As for the Whalers, Dodd has given up 39 for a .433. 2 very similar netminders on the season. Shot got tipped out in front as here comes the Wells back the other way. Wells right through center ice, has 3 teammates out in front of him. Wells being bombarded by Ryan Ray, still not able to get it past the blue line. Up high for McCumber. Wells playing back. McCumber with it. Centers. Here's a chance for Myers. Fires one on, just got sent wide. And McGovern on the back door, but just could not win the foot race. Claus not able to get a stick on it, but no icing nonetheless. Goalie leaders coming into tonight. Starting out with a goal against, it's Daniel Gumford with 13, Jim Aiello with 34, 35 for Rowe, 39 for Dodd, 41 for Jody Hines, and 44 for Raj. That's Panner Sullivan. As for goals against average, very similar situation, if you will. Gumford with a 1.44, Aiello jumps up a tad with a 3.78. 3.89 for Rowe, 4.10 for Jody Hines, 4.33 for Dodd, and 4.40 for Panner Sullivan. There's been 5 shutouts so far in the season, 4 for Gumford and 1 for Jody Hines. Wells hitting the blue, unable to get around Semenchkin. Wells ends up hitting the deck, and a couple guys end up falling down to the ice as it was the captain of Ted Hamilton. That's fire down link to the ice. That goes for an icing. 11:30 to go here in the second period. Looks to be Ted Hamilton taking the drop. Indeed so. One of his first faceoffs here of the afternoon. As it comes down low for Kurth. Kurth from center right line gets it over for Hamilton, but not a clean feed as it gets stuck in the feet of Kuhn. Myers able to take it away. Here she comes. 1-on-2. That's a little down low. Long shot. Stomach save from the netminder will cover that one up. Possibly bounced out in front of him. Regardless, there got the whistle. 10:40 to go here in the second. Still a close game nonetheless. 18-10 shots on goal in favor of the Whalers. As we're going to have Nate Morgan going up once again against Schmidt. Our 2 top lines are back out here with the addition of Terry Semenchkin, that being 53 here on the right wing. Hauser behind the net, working down low. Nobody there besides Derek Wells at the point holding it in. 2 men in blue trying to push it out alongside Schmidt. Couldn't get it out. Here's Wells. Wells steals it. Shot blocked out in front from Hawk. Little with it. Fires one up forward. That's going to be covered up from Dodd. A bouncing puck going deeper into the zone, trying to bounce its way back out, going back in, and eventually finds its way onto the net of Dodd. He'll just dive on top of it. Negate any chances here from the Polar Bears with 9:38 to go in the second. Semenchkin whiffed on the pass. Semenchkin threw his man down to the ice. It was Morgan. No hard feelings there. Here comes Little from the near side. Sharp angle shot goes off the post and back behind the net. Morgan and Semenchkin right back at it behind the net. Vale able to come with it. Cross ice feed trying to get it down low for Takara. Instead it finds its way up for Kuhn. Kuhn just going to backhand it in deep as they are waiting to retouch back in on sides. It's going to be Vale behind his own, down at his own goal line, that is. Out for Takara. Trying to work it forward for Smith, just out of his reach as McCumber's going to pick up the change. Up on the far side, Vale intercepts. Has some time from the blue line to the circle. Holding, shot, save! Made by Rowe. As Vale will get his own rebound down low. Semenchkin able to hold it in. Fires one on. Goes off a skate and up high it goes. Schmidt trying to keep it in. Fahrenholtz from the top of the circle able to get it out. Back out for Semenchkin on the opening faceoff circle. Vale being pressured by Morgan out to center ice. Just out of the reach of Takara and Schmidt. As Morgan will race it right back into center ice. Vale in on sides. Lines up. Fire. Saves. But the rebound goes in as Richard Vale gets his second goal of the season. A lot of rebounds going in here as the Whalers increase their lead. It's 5-2. First goal of the postseason for him. It's been a battle of 3 people so far for the Whalers. 2 from Josh Claus, 2 from Ryan Ray, and now 1 from Vale. Just as we thought that the Polar Bears were working their way back into it, the Whalers said, we ain't making this one close. As it's worked back the other way, just able to stick it down was Josh Claus, centering it for Carp. As Myers was throwing a knee and an elbow there at Carp. Able to get a stick on it with Savannah Hall, but couldn't hold on to it as here comes Spencer Claus just for a second. Couldn't hold on to it as here comes Myers from the blue line, trying to get a cross-ice feed. That's being picked up by Spencer Claus. Claus with the speed, leaves it for Carp, down low for Ryan Ray, working it forward for Josh Claus, trying to get a center feed. Ray in all alone, looking for his hat-trick goal, back in a shot, goes right into the slot. Rowe got lucked out there from Myers. Goes off a body of 1, as now it's a foot race between Savannah Hall and Mallory Myers. Myers with it from the right circle, spinning around, fires one on, goes off a boot out in front. Believe it was a teammate. Josh Claus trying to work it forward for Spencer Claus. Kuhn intercepts. Up high for McCumber, just tipping it forward for Myers. Kuhn working it forward, but Myers able to dump it in deep here once again. Once again, apologies here about the camera. Down low for Spencer Claus from the blue line, trying to work it forward. Here's a chance now for Carp. Carp looking for goal number 5 this season. Centering feed for Spencer Claus. Back in and back down low. Had a chance from Carp, but could not get a stick on it. Right in the slot. Wells trying to work it out. Stick aside from Ray, but Wells still able to pick up his own change as Ray wasn't able to change directions. Huddle down low in the corner. Kuhn, that is, trying to get a centering feed. Intercepted from Hall. 1 touches it over. I believe that was Cohen. Hall trying to get it down low. Kuhn intercepts. Ray trying to work it forward as it's forward for Cohen. Has 1 goal in the season as he'll dump it in deep from the corner. Working forward, McGovern. Cross-ice feed goes up high. Maybe icing. No, it's going to be touched up from Hawk. Bringing it forward is Hamilton. Puck still loose. Nearly offsides as man hits the ice. Back over for Hamilton. Nearly offsides. Hamilton just able to see it. As he'll take it back the other way. Trying to get a quick shot off there. Blocked up by McGovern. As Wells hits the defensive blue line. Working it forward. Hawk trying to chip it out. Goes off a ref. Still not out. Now is. A lot of pitch and catch here from both sides. Trying to get some momentum going here in the attacking zone, if you will. In on sides just barely, but does not matter since we worked right back the other way. Once again, some pinch and catch. Seminchkin nearly threw it into his own net. Wow. Out for Wells through the neutral zone with 4 to go here in the second period. Wells hitting the blue line, trying to get around Hamilton, taking it high. Has a little down low, trying to get a centering feed. Morgan, backhand shot, just sent it through the crease. Hamilton's backhanded clearing a tent, goes to the center ice for McCumber. Down low for Wells, trying to get a 1-touch feed forward for Little. Cross ice goes off the boot of Cohen. Here comes Cohen. Hitting the blue line, battling against Little. It's a 1-on-3, trying to fire on. Here comes Cohen. Leaves for Hamilton, lifts it, goes off the side of the net. As it's left back for the Polar Bears, clearing it down length of the ice. Be picked up by Hawk at the blue line. Hawk gets around Little. To the offensive blue line. Hawk right through Broadway, fires one on, sent wide. Ends up hitting his bottom down to the ice. No call there as here comes Wells back the other way. Once again, Wells is one of the names they've been mentioning a lot here Still going to get his first point as that shot goes off the back glass with 2:50 to go here in period number 2. Gets tripped up by Hauser as we're going to have a penalty here. Once again, that's going to go up against Hauser. It's going to go on the Whalers once again. 2:27 is when the clock stopped. 9 is of Hauser. Going to be 2 for tripping. Puck's dropped, able to get it back on the Polar Bears. It's Little. Spinning around, nearly pickpocketed there from Takara. And here comes Vale. Up on the far side, intercepted by the Polar Bears. Right out in front, trying to get one on the back door. As it's right back out for Vale. He'll backhand it down the length of the ice. It goes. Going to be picked up by the netminder of Nick Rowe. Kuhn works it forward for Little. Being pressured by Schmidt as he'll work it up high. Coming with speed is McCumber. McCumber has some space, fires with a pad save of Dodd. Keeps this one out of the back of the net. Myers with it now, able to get the loose change. To the point, Kuhn. Rings around down low, back over for McCumber. Will leave it out for Fahrenholtz. As Myers, right open in the slot as Sakara trying to work it out. Myers keeps it in. Little gonna be the first one to it. Trying to get a centering feed. Puck still loose. Little got thrown down to the ice. Appears to be okay. Slow to get up. No call nonetheless. As here comes Vale short-handed. Vale still with it. Shot! Goes off some iron. Has Hall open on the back door. Still short-handed with 30 seconds to go. Spencer Claus with a one-timer. Not able to get much on it as it's going to go down length of the ice. Under a minute to go here in the period and 24 to go on the penalty to Hauser. Myers nearly intercepted it. Open collision in center ice. Karp and Myers, they both went down and both able to get up. With 32 seconds to go, Kuhn backhands one out. Try to get over for Wells and on sides. Here's a chance now trying to get in front of Karp. Wells spinning around. Has one man out to the point. Wells trying to do it all himself. Comes down low. Kuhn trying to keep it in against Claus. Shot gets blocked out in front for 13. Here's a chance right out of the box. Here comes Spencer Claus looking for goal number 11. Holds. Goes off the post and wide. Had Rowe beat the entire way with under a second, and that will do it. Score after the second period, 5-2 in favor of the Whalers. We'll take a quick 1-minute timeout, and we'll be back right after this, going into period number 3.
Winston-Salem, North Carolina is a city with a rich history of reinventing itself. Here you can wine and dine back in time, or raise a glass to the future. Witness history in the making, or savor the present moment. That's why you'll love visiting Winston-Salem. Our past is present, our future is bright, and our city is yours to explore. Look forward. Travel back to Winston-Salem.
Welcome back here to the start of period number 3 in the second playoff game. I believe the winner will move on to Sunday night, and the loser will be playing on Thursday night. This is a battle between 3rd and 5th. Puck's dropped away we go. Able to win it back off the draw was Ryan Ray, and that's who will work it forward into the attacking zone. Ray with 2 looking for his hat trick. Shot blocked out in front from Wells. Up forward from McGovern. Semenchkin able to keep it in. Fires a shot on. Blocked once again from Wells. Trying to work it down low for McGovern. Instead it finds Hawk. Picked up from DeTrolio. And on sides. Losing it, able to pick it up was Claus. As here comes Claus, full head of speed, in on sides, down low. From the left circle, has a man waiting on the back door. It's Claus trying to poke it home. What a save there by Rowe. And it looks like Ryan Ray ends up falling down to the ice. Looks like he could have been tripped up from McGovern. Regardless here, puck gets covered up from Rowe. So we'll have an offensive zone face-off here for the Whalers. Over a minute gone here in the third period. Puck's dropped. Ray able to win it back. Here comes Spencer Claus looking for goal number 1 of the night. Shot, save! Ryan Ray on the backhand, scores! Hat trick! Just like that as he gets his 13th goal of the season. No time bigger for a hat trick there. Increases the lead 6-2. Rowe was able to get the initial shot when it went right off his pad and in. First hat trick here in the postseason goes to Ryan Ray, who gets his 13th goal of the season and third here of the playoffs. Six to 2 is your score. Wells chipping up forward from McGovern. Possibly trying to get it over for Nate Morgan. The short bench here has really been hurting. Here comes a chance for Spencer Claus once again, and all alone looking for goal number 11 of the season. Backhand has him beat, scores! Two very quick back-to-back goals here for the Whalers. Gives them a 7-2 lead. Spencer Claus had all the time in the world there to put this one home. Did a lot of fancy moves. Fate going to the forehand. Went to the backhand, back to the forehand. And was able to lift a backhanded shot right over the pad of Nick Rowe. Gives this one a 7-2 game. As it looks like the Whalers have started to run away with this one. Going from the blue line, looking for goal number 2 of this season. Trying to get a tip out in front from Hamilton. Kuhn trying to ring it out, and that's going to go down linked to the ice. Looks like it might go down for an icing, and indeed so. Right back down to the left we go. Puck drop. This is going to come down low. Cohen ringing it back around. Shot goes wide. Puck still loose open in neutral zone over for Mallory Myers. McCumber to the far side for Kuhn. Stretch feed there. As Little's going to drop it back for McCumber. Being pressured from Hamilton, so McCumber will spin around and stop. Backhanded feed over for Kuhn. One touches it down low for Mallory Myers. Kuhn down low for DeTrolio. Being pressured by Hall is trying to dump it in deep as it's picked up from Karp. Down the other way. Here's a chance for Hamilton. Just over skates it. Kuhn able to pick it up and clear it. As here's a chance for Little. 2-on-2. Heading to blue line. Going to dump it in deep in a foot race now between Hall and Myers. Cohen picks it up, trying to clear it out. Here's a chance for DeTrolio, picked up from Hall, trying to clear it out. Out to the neutral zone it goes for Nate Morgan. Goes off a body up front. Here comes Will Cohen. Needs a centering feed there just out of the reach. 15-12 to go here in the third period. Savannah Hall with it through center. Trying to dump it on net and going to be picked up by McCumber. Up the far side for Adam Little. Trying to work it for it just out of his reach. As here comes Karp looking for goal number 5 of the season through Broadway. Has a chance and all alone backhanded shot saved by Rowe. Keeps this a 7-2 game. Comes out in front, down low. Trying to keep it in the points. Hawk just misses it wide. As that's going to go down with the ice. No icing here. Going to be picked up from Tim Hawk, hitting the defensive blue line. Down low it goes for Hauser, looking for goal number 3 of the season. Centering feed for Hawk, sick to side from Rowe. Takara trying to get a centering feed as he goes down to the ice. Fairgrounds trying to work it forward as that's going to be played with a high stick, I believe. 13:35 to go in the third. Going to be an offensive zone faceoff here for the Polar Bears. It's going to be Nate Morgan going up against Charles Schmidt. Trying to get it over for McGovern. Has 1 goal so far in the night as it comes out for Vale. 1 man out in front. Takara will drop it down low for Hauser as they hit the blue line. Long shot. Will be held on to. And will freeze it. 12:56 to go in the third. Shots on goal so far, 30-14, 31-14 in favor of the Whalers. Coming into tonight, the Whalers were expected to be a favorite, overall 1 position higher. Though the short bench from the Polar Bears definitely does not help. Brings it up high. McGovern trying to get it out of the zone. Vale will dump it into the corner. Takara going after it. Sharp angle. Ends up losing it to Derek Wells. As for Wells, 4 goals on the season. Gonna drop it down low for the Trolio. Between her and McGovern. McGovern able to work it forward. Just pinched off it was Hauser. As Hawk centering feed gets picked up from Derek Wells. Tripped up in center ice, no call. As Derek Wells hits the blue line. Has some real estate, trying to find a centering feed. Has the Trolli on the back door. Nearly had a chance for Morgan. And a foot race the other way between Hauser and Kuhn. Kuhn gonna be the first one to it. Able to chip it out of the zone. He's out for Spencer Claus. Claus during the regular season had 10 goals and 5 assists on the season for 15 points. Right behind him was Ryan Ray, had 10 goals and 3 assists. Both of those were tied for second in the lead. The one that had more was Seth Crowell with 16 goals on the season. Had 4 assists as well for 20 points. McCumber works it out. Whalers trying to get something going here. Middle goings of period number 3. As for the Polar Bears, they need something quick. Spencer Claus trying to work it forward just out of his reach as it's out for Ray. Waiting to retouch back in on side say 2. Ray able to get around McCumber. Ray's already scored 3, can't score 4. That's what's left for Claus. Down low, Spencer Claus had a chance there for goal number 3 himself. Right out in front to the point. Zeminchkin drops it back for Ray. Has Hall down low. Fires it on, gets blocked by Wells. As it's going to be a foot race back the other way. 3-on-1. Wells, McCumber, McGovern. Drops it down low for McCumber. Shot gets blocked out in front from Ray. Back down low for McCumber. McCumber holding centering feed. Had a chance for McGovern. Fired a shot at it, but ended up whiffing and hitting air. Delayed off sides. As Ray trying to work it forward. Pinching it off was Mallory Myers. Not able to hold on to it as that's cleared down length of the ice. No icing there. If you want to put something up, press F4 and then whatever you want. The bottom left one is the scoreboard. Yeah. Wells hitting the blue line, has it in on sides. Myers to his right, to his left that is. Wells still with it, has Fairgrounds down low. From the top of the circle. Shot! Just hitting wide. Fairgrounds down low, trying to fire one on, not able to lift it. As it's still loose down the corner, trying to fire one in the slot. Myers not able to lift it up. As here comes a chance now for the Whalers. They've scored 4 unanswered, I believe. Maybe even 5. Trying to get it over for Spencer Claus. Myers able to clear it out to McCumber. Trying to get it over for Fairgrounds. Never seen it as it's right back down low for McCumber. Centering feed for Little. Able to get a stick on it. And that will send Mallory Myers off the ice for Nate Morgan. Polar Bears able to win this back. It's Wells. To the right, DeTrolio. To the left, it's Morgan. Wells through Brado hitting the blue line. To the circle, trying to get a centering feed. Right out in front for Morgan, not able to get a shot off as here comes Ted Hamilton. Looking to add more at 7-2 in favor of the Whalers. Pinched off from it as here comes Adam Little. Up on the far side, just able to get a stick on it was 19 of Kurth. As that's going to be fired in on the net of Jack Dodd. Hasn't seen too many shots so far on the night. That's going to be picked up from Derek Wells. Wells in on size, but pinched right back out from Carp. As here comes Hamilton back the other way, trying to chip it forward around Kuhn. As Hamilton got pinched into the boards from Kuhn. As it looks like we might have a penalty called here. Indeed, so we will have a penalty call. It's going to be 6:54. That's going to go against the... Hamilton gets a penalty alongside of Kuhn. I'm going to assume both of them get roughings. Roughings, that is. Apologies. That's what I meant to say. Will we keep it 5-on-5 or is it going to be 4-on-4? Looks like we're going to be 5-on-5 for the next 2 minutes. It's going to be Charlie Schmidt set to take the draw against Morgan. Morgan able to get it back. Here's Myers. Dropping it back. McCumber able to get it around as here comes Wells. Once again, we're 5-on-5. Now it's going to be a 2-on-1 here for the Polar Bears. Has Myers down low. Wells up high. Fires it back in a shot. Saved by Dodd as he'll fire Wells right off of him. Another save by Dodd as that's going to be cleared down low and down to the ice it goes. Yes, that's just a picture of Brett Wiseman. Yeah. Icing call here. We'll go back down to our right for the Whaler. In the defensive zone for the Whalers, that is. Offensive zone face-off here for the Polar Bears. It's going to be Myers going up against... Indeed so, still Charlie Schmidt. Puck's dropped. Myers able to get it back. Wells from the blue line. Down low for McCumber. Shipping it down low, trying to get it over for Morgan. Vale able to intercept it. Tripping call there. Indeed so. As it would be down to a 5-on-4 with 5:45 to play here in the period. Never mind. Apologies there. Clock's still running.
Mike! Bailey! Look up at the board! Look at the board! This one's you, Mike. Can't do that.
One minute timeout here. We'll be back for the rest of the third. 5:35 on the clock.
Never mind, Teddy, seen it. Give me a thumbs up.
5:35 to go here in the third period. Hauser trying to work it forward once again. 41 seconds here until the next whistle will let out Hamilton and Kuhn. It's going to be, apologies here, did not start the clock. 1:42 to go on the penalty to Morgan. Down length of the ice it goes once again. Going to be stopped up just short of icing as Mallory Myers made the first one to it, battling with it with Hauser. Nearly lost it as it comes down low for Wells. Nearly intercepted here as it's pinched down low. On the penalty kill once again are the Polar Bears. Mallory Myers with it, nearly lost it once again to Takara. Down low it goes. Hamilton one touches it over from McGovern. Puck just sitting on top of the Thunderbirds logos. McGovern will one touch it forward for DeTrolio, trying to get it out at dangerous. Takara while backing it right back in. The Whalers are on a power play here for the next minute. As for Hamilton and Kuhn, they will be out at the next puck stoppage. Wells, centering feed over from McGovern. Has a Trolio up top trying to get around Hall. Tripped up, and there's gonna be another call here. Hamilton and Kuhn will be out, but one will come in. It's gonna be Savannah Hall coming in at the 4:01 mark. 4 o'clock mark, that is, apologies. The abbreviated power play comes to a close as we're down to 4-on-4 here for the next 25 seconds. And then we'll have about a minute and a half power play here for the Polar Bears. They'll need to convert here if they want any hope of calling their way back into this one. Huck had a chance on the back door, not able to get a stick on it as Ray tried to work it all the way back for Hawk. Spencer Claus going to be the first one to it, back deep in the neutral zone. 3:35 to go here in the third period. Ray down low for Hawk. Morgan out of the box. Hawk tripped up over the blue line, just as it shows here on the video board as well. Ron Ray trying to chip it out. Little keeps it in for a second as it's out for Spencer Claus. Has Hawk working forward. That's what he'll give it to. Got a stick on it. Trying to get around Kuhn. Right through Broadway. Holding shut. Just underneath the pad, but just able to keep it out was Nick Rowe. Gonna be a foot race the other way. Adam Little trying to work it forward. Has one goal in the night. Tripped up, no call there. And Trolio not too happy about that there. Could have been Derek Wells as well. As here comes Ray with 2:43 to go on the penalty kill. Chips it up for Claus. Not able to hold on to it. As the top power play line is out for the Polar Bears. Ray with it once again as the Whalers are down short-handed. Just trying to kill the next 26 seconds. Able to get around fair and rolls. Here comes Ray. It's going to be a 3-on-3 as they work it forward. Claus has 2 on the night so far. Trying to make that three. Holding, shot, just sent it high. Down low, here comes Spencer Claus. Tried to get a quick shot off, but Rose seen that coming and poked it down into the corner. Myers working up forward, still going to get her first goal of the postseason. Had 4 goals in the regular season. Not able to get a shot there as it comes down for Vale. Working up forward for Spencer Claus. Got to stick to it was Cohen. Going to be a foot race back the other way between Cohen and Derek Wells. 100 seconds to go in this one. 5-goal game. Polar Bears need something, and they need something fast. Wells working in, shot! Blocked out in front, redirection, nearly went to the right of Jack Dodd. Now there's Cohen going at it. Hamilton trying to chip it out. To the point, Wells fires one on. Goes off a buddy out in front. Dodd will cover it up. 1:15 to go in the third. And since it's not in a 3-goal game, clock will just continue to run. 1:08 to go here in the third period. It's me, Hamilton against Myers here with under a minute to go here in this third period in game number 2 of the first round of the playoffs. That goes right on net of Dodd. He'll cover it up once again, down to 45 seconds to go in the period. Puck stopped. Puck is dropped, that is. Able to win it back over the Whalers behind the net. It's Vale. 30 seconds to go, and he's just killing it. Down low for Cohen. Couldn't hold on to it. Here comes Zach Kuhn trying to work it forward. Has a chance here for one last rush. Stick to side. Kuhn down to the corner, right out in front of the slot. Myers trying to lift it. Goes off a body of Vale with 14 seconds to go. Up high. Has a man chasing as Myers is able to pick it off. Spinning around. Has Detrolio down low. Trying to get a pass in the slot. Detrolio fires one on. Just got sent wide. And that will do it here for period number 3. The Whalers win this one 7-2 in the opening round of the playoffs.
And the dancing monkey goes on the screen.
Uh,
I hope my car didn't get stolen, because I left it running with the keys in it. Out back.
God.
Where everybody likes to go to sleep.
See you, Justin. Once again, final score here, 7-2 in favor of the Whalers. They move on to play on Sunday night. The losers, that being the Polar Bears, will play a consolation game on Thursday. Unfortunately, that consolation game will not be on YouTube, as I will be in Raleigh for graduation. Once again, final score in this one, 7-2 in favor of the Whalers.